Creative Tech Podcast. Hi, I'm Kaoru Ray, product designer and author. Our mission is to help people in their career and lives by sharing their creative and technology stories. Today's episode talk about the movie DUNE 2. What is the great public talk?
So it's pretty creative, though, if you think about if somebody wrote it like in the 1980s.
Yes, it's amazing. Okay, so from the key takeaway, the movie, the first of all, I like the visual.
Yeah.
You remember the enemy came to the super futuristic silver, what can I say, round
Ship. Yeah.
and then they are almost all swimming. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It was so impressive.
Yeah. That was interesting. It was good. The second one was, I think, like you said, the second one was better than the first one. I think.
Yeah. Who is your favorite character?
I think I like the guy who support him, the guy who believes he is the prophet.
Prophet means Messiah.
Messiah, yeah.
Messiah.
The guy who thinks he's the Messiah.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but actor name is Javier.
Is this Spanish guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penelope Cruz husband.
Yeah. I liked his character,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I like Chani. Chani is a woman, like dark skin young lady who was in the community.
Zendaya?
Yes, Zendaya. So Chani is kind of a senpai in the community, right?
Yeah.
And then Chani and the leader, Babiera Videm, first of all, they didn't believe the Timothy. His name was Paul. But Paul and his mother wanted to Nakama to join the community because they have to save their lives.
Yeah.
To join the community in desert, he had to learn their habit and work. And then senpai woman Chani, she taught him how to walk on the dangerous desert, and then how to fight enemy, and then he got test. The biggest test was to ride on the sandworm.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah. That was it was cool. Although I didn't understand that. So the sandworm, right? It's very big.
Sandworm, yeah.
And it's in the sand. But when they ride it, it's above the sand, right?
Oh yeah.
Why it doesn't go down in the sand?
Yeah, you are right. Always
Always under the sand, right?
そうだね. In
But-
general.
In general, yeah. Like when you saw it coming, it's under the sand. I mean, it's close to the top, but it's under the sand. But when they ride it, it's above the sand. I was wondering why, because if it went down in the sand, they would like
Die.
die.
You are right.
So I wonder, that bothered me a little bit.
This is mystery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is mystery.
How about, do you like the part dead body? From the dead body, they are getting water because water is most, what can I say, precious things in their life.
Yeah, it's interesting because for them, the water is the most important resource. But to the foreigners who come, the spice is the most important resource.
Oh yeah.
So, but the local people, they don't care about the spice, but they care about the water.
I see.
So I was wondering, so the foreigners come and they come and they're mining for the spice.
うん。
But the local people, they don't really like it, right?
うん。
So they attack.
うん。
But I was wondering, why don't the foreigners bring water? They have water.
うん。
Why don't they bring water,
うん。
give water to the local people, and then they're gonna say, okay, you can have spice.
Like exchange.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. So, okay, spice is for enemy super important because it's kind of gasoline for like weapon.
It's for travel. So
I
the
see.
ships to travel the travel long distance, like warp, like zoop,
Okay.
in the space, they need the spice is the power for.
I see. But their pain point is it's difficult to get new spice because of local people protect.
Yeah.
I see.
So I was thinking, why don't they just, instead of fighting, why don't they just give them water?
Exchange, you are right. Oh.
Because they come from a planet that is like rainforest, like wet
Yeah.
jungle planet. I
Yeah.
think they have lots of water.
I see. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. I see. Anyway, so what I learned from the movie, the young boy Paul, he got trust from Chani, and then they became a lover. They started to date, kind of official couple in the community, でしょ?
Yeah.
And then I think due to mother, they started to have secret project, and then he remember his first idea is he wanted to do revenge to the emperor who killed his father. でしょ? So
Yeah.
that he, I can say, took advantage of his position. He started to be a great storyteller, and then he did speech, and then I am Messiah.
Messiah.
I can save in this community, and then people say, "Oh, you are like that."
Yeah.
This situation reminds me of maybe Steve Jobs.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
Steve Jobs.
I think so. Simple word, but strong word, and then made people trust him or
Strong impact. Yeah.
strong impact. So, Jared, as an American, you have many practice or experience to do like good public speech.
I don't know. Have I?
Tell me about the show and tell experience, because show and tell is American culture for little kid, right? Yesterday you mentioned a little bit. I'm curious, tell me about your show and tell experience when you were little.
Well, I think we would do it once a week, and it had to be something that we could bring to school, so it couldn't be something too big. But we would bring it, and then since it's supposed to be something we know about, we know well, so then we bring it, and then we talk about it, show it to the class, and then talk about it to the class. I never thought about it much. I guess it's a unique thing for America, or something that Japan doesn't really do.
We didn't have, so it's super new for me, and then I want to practice. So what did you bring to the school?
Like I had a pet hamster, so I brought my hamster to the school. We were allowed to bring pets if they were small.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice school.
So I brought my hamster. And then I would talk about like what he would eat, and we could pass it around. So the students would pass it around, look at it.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think when I brought the hamster, I didn't hand it to them. I was holding the hamster and I was going to each person, and they could just kind of like pet it, and I was explaining about it. Yeah, I guess that's something that we do.
Great education. I see.
But I remember it was always a little bit of pressure because you don't want to bring something boring. So I remember sometimes being like, oh, is this interesting? I don't know if this is interesting. But
Do you remember what did you present them over your hamster? Like a name, or why do you like him or her?
yeah, name and like what he ate, what kind of food he ate, and showed him because he had a little wheel that he would exercise in.
Yes.
And just talk about him and take him out and play with him sometimes. And he likes small spaces, so he would try to go under my couch, or he liked to go into small spaces. He feels happy there.
Oh, nice.
So,
good.
yeah, I would just describe about that.
Oh, nice education, and people love to listen.
Yes, well, we had to listen.
Okay,
it wasn't voluntary. We had to do it. So I don't know if people enjoyed it or not listening. Sometimes it was kind of like something boring.
Great.
But we had to do it. So
I see. Yeah, I want to improve to public talk or storytelling using simple words.
yeah, it's definitely important for public speaking, I think. I mean, the important thing is catching the audience, So
Yeah, so as a startup, if we pitch to investors or potential customer, we have to use simple words, and then we have to tell our passion.
yeah, simple words, but also there's public speaking and there's presentation, and they're a little bit different because presentation you have the visual part. Public speaking, sometimes you don't have visual, you're just speaking. So like a company presentation, there's the visual part, and if you don't have visual, then you definitely have to try to capture the audience by what you're saying and how you say it, I guess.
Do you have some tips? Us?
I don't know. I when I do it, I try to add a little bit of humor into it, so that because I think when people have a good memory, if they hear if something makes them laugh a little bit, they remember that. That's why people like comedy movies and something with emotion. They remember that if it makes them really sad or if it makes them happy. Of course, I don't want to make people sad when I'm doing a public speaking, so I try to go the other way, add a little bit of humor, and gives them a little bit more, I think, of lasting memory of what I was saying, and makes them want to see what I say next, so it makes them pay attention a little bit more, I think.
I see. Thank you for the tips. I need to practice it.
Yeah.
And maybe if the Paul, who is the messiah in the community, if he does like more comedy style public talk in the community, maybe they are.
Yeah. I think Paul could use a little bit more sense of humor.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah. I think it would help him.
そうね。